You know what they say, learning a language allows you to learn more about your own language. It's not that you have to learn everything in English first before you learn it in Latin. It's more like you have to understand how our language works and relate your new learning of Latin to what you already do, but might not know about yet in English. That being said, there are several things that it's probably good for you to know before you begin learning Latin. This video will go over the basic parts of speech, the absolute and utter essentials of English grammar. Latin has a great phrase, sine qua non, not without which, the necessities. What follows are the sine qua non of English grammar. If we look at a regular sentence, here we go, the cowardly cat caught a cold. If we look at the sentence, we can see a whole bunch of words, but these words all have different jobs here. Let's start off with the most essential part of the sentence, the verb. The verb is the motor of the sentence, and you can't have a sentence without a verb. Well, that's not completely true. You can't have a grammatically correct sentence without a verb. Your verb is going to be an action, like caught, but it can also be a state of being. If our cat exists, she's not really doing an action, but she is doing a state of being. There is also the very common verb is, which serves to link two different parts of the sentence. The cat is cowardly. We also have two different nouns in this sentence. You may think that a noun is a person, place, or thing, and our two nouns here, cat and a cold, certainly fit that mold. But there are other things that can be nouns. What about virtue or courage? Those really aren't people, places, or things. They're intangible concepts. Nouns that you can't really touch because they're ideas. Nouns are almost as important in a sentence as the verb. You need a noun in every sentence because something has to be doing the action of the verb. Latin is just a little different, but we'll get into that later. So we've covered all of the words in our sentence except cowardly. This is an adjective, which literally means a word that is attached to the noun. All adjectives have to describe nouns, and our word cowardly is showing us something specific about the cat. There are a lot of different types of adjectives. Colors are adjectives, so you can replace cowardly with orange, and you still have a sentence that makes sense. Numbers are also adjectives, even though you might not know it. One cat caught a cold, and you can see that the word one is still describing something about our cat. Okay, so we've covered all parts of this sentence, but those are by no means all of the bits of English grammar that you need to know. You know, there are adverbs, like the word soon or quickly, which describe the verb. There are also prepositional phrases, which are short phrases like in the house, which consist of a preposition, a short word like in, on, under, or with, and a noun. There we go. These 5 topics, verbs, nouns, adjectives, adverbs, and prepositional phrases, are the sine qua non of English grammar, especially when it comes to learning a new language like Latin. So do yourself a favor, the next time you read a sentence or say something, pay extra careful attention to the different parts of speech. Think about the different nouns you use, or the wide variety of prepositional phrases.